Learn English through story. Between two worlds. The first time Sarah set foot in the old estate, she felt an unshakable chill run down her spine. It was a sprawling mansion, with towering spires that pierced the clouds and ornate details that spoke of a bygone era. The estate had stood vacant for years, its walls steeped in mystery and whispered legends. It was said to be haunted as an echo of the lives that once thrived within its confines. Yet, it was not the stories of ghosts that drew Sarah to the estate. It was her father's death and the legacy he had left behind. Sarah's father, a renowned historian and writer, had always been fascinated by the estate. He believed it held secrets of the past that were waiting to be uncovered. After his sudden passing, Sarah found herself unexpectedly inheriting the mansion. With mixed feelings of grief and curiosity, she had decided to visit the estate for the first time, hoping to discover more about her father's obsession and perhaps find a piece of him within its walls. As she entered the grand foyer, the heavy wooden doors creaked open, revealing a vast space filled with shadows. Dust particles danced in the sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows, creating an ethereal glow. The air was thick with the scent of aged wood and forgotten memories. Sarah took a deep breath, feeling both exhilarated and apprehensive. "Welcome to your new home, miss," came a voice from behind her. Sarah turned to see an elderly man with thinning gray hair and wise blue eyes. He wore a tailored suit, and despite his age, he carried an air of dignity. "I am Mr. Thompson, the caretaker of the estate." "Thank you, Mr. Thompson," Sarah replied, trying to keep her voice steady. "I'm here to sort through my father's things and understand more about this place." Mr. Thompson nodded, his gaze drifting toward the shadows. "This estate has a way of revealing itself slowly, especially to those who seek its secrets. Your father often spoke of the past as if it were alive, and perhaps in some ways, it is." With Mr. Thompson leading the way, Sarah began to explore the mansion. Each room told a story, filled with antique furniture, dusty bookshelves, and faded photographs. But it was the library that captivated her most, a cavernous room lined with shelves that reached the ceiling, filled with volumes of history, philosophy, and forgotten tales. It was as if her father had left a part of himself behind in this sanctuary of knowledge. As she ran her fingers over the spines of the books, Sarah stumbled upon a peculiar volume tucked away in the corner. The cover was worn, and the title had faded, but the binding felt strangely warm beneath her touch. When she opened it, a soft light seemed to emanate from its pages, illuminating the words that danced before her eyes. The book spoke of a hidden world, a realm that existed alongside the physical one. It described ancient rituals and paths that could lead to this mysterious dimension, where time flowed differently, and the past and future intertwined. As she read, a sense of urgency filled her. The estate was not just a relic of history, it was a gateway between two worlds. In the days that followed, Sarah immersed herself in her father's work. She devoured the contents of the library, piecing together clues and deciphering the rituals mentioned in the book. The more she learned, the more she felt a connection to her father, a bond that transcended death. He had dedicated his life to understanding this hidden world, and now it was her turn to continue his legacy. But as she delved deeper into the mysteries of the estate, Sarah began to experience strange phenomena. Whispers echoed through the hallways at night, shadows danced just beyond her vision, and fleeting glimpses of figures materialized and vanished like smoke. Though fear coursed through her, a strange sense of comfort enveloped her as well. She could feel her father's presence guiding her, urging her to push forward. One evening, as twilight descended upon the estate, Sarah decided to perform one of the rituals she had discovered in the book. It called for a simple gathering of objects: a candle, a mirror, and a sprig of rosemary, symbolizing light, reflection, and remembrance. She lit the candle in the library, placed the mirror before her, and surrounded herself with the scent of rosemary, feeling the weight of anticipation in the air. As she closed her eyes and began to recite the incantation, a rush of energy enveloped her. The candle flickered violently, casting strange shadows on the walls. The air grew heavy, thick with an unseen force. And then, she felt a connection to something beyond her comprehension, a bridge between the worlds. In that moment, Sarah found herself in a liminal space. It was not a physical realm but a state of being, a place where her consciousness floated between the known and the unknown. She could see glimpses of the estate as it had once been, filled with life, laughter, and the echoes of those who had come before her, and among them, she saw her father. "Dad?" she whispered, her voice trembling. He appeared as a silhouette, his features shimmering like a mirage. "Sarah," he said, his voice soft and comforting. "You've come to find me." Tears streamed down her face. "I've missed you so much. I don't know how to let go." "You don't have to let go," he replied, his voice echoing through the ethereal space. "You can carry me with you, as I carry the love of those who came before us. You are stronger than you realize, my dear. Embrace your journey and the gifts this estate offers." As his image began to fade, Sarah felt a surge of energy wash over her. She understood that this connection was not just about seeking the past but also about forging her own path. The estate was a vessel of knowledge, and she had the power to shape her destiny. When she returned to her body, gasping for breath, the candle flickered gently, casting a warm glow around the library. Sarah's heart raced with the realization that she had crossed a threshold. The estate had opened her eyes to the possibility of bridging two worlds, the world of the living and the realm of the departed. In the days that followed, Sarah continued to explore the hidden depths of the estate. She discovered forgotten letters, family heirlooms, and relics that connected her to her ancestors. With each piece, she unearthed fragments of her family's history, their dreams, and their struggles. The estate became a tapestry woven with the threads of time, each discovery a testament to the lives that had come before her. However, the more she embraced her newfound connection to the past, the more she felt the weight of her family's expectations. She had always been seen as the good daughter, the one who followed the path laid out for her. But now, as she stood on the precipice of self-discovery, she questioned whether she wanted to conform to those expectations or forge her own identity. One evening, while sorting through her father's papers, Sarah found a letter addressed to her. It was a heartfelt message, filled with wisdom and encouragement. In it, her father expressed his hope that she would never feel confined by societal norms. He urged her to explore the world, to chase her passions, and to honor her own desires. "You are a bridge between the past and the future," he wrote. "Embrace it." His words ignited a fire within her. She realized that her journey was not merely about uncovering the past but about redefining her present and future. The estate had become a symbol of her transformation, a sanctuary where she could honor her father's legacy while carving her own path. With renewed determination, Sarah began to organize an art exhibition, showcasing the history and stories she had uncovered in the estate. She envisioned a space where people could experience the bridge between the two worlds, a fusion of past and present, of art and memory. It would be a celebration of life, a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit. As she planned the exhibition, Sarah faced her fair share of challenges. Doubts crept in, and she grappled with the fear of not living up to her father's legacy. But each time she felt lost, she would return to the library, read the book that had started it all, and connect with her father's spirit. The whispers of the estate became a guiding force, urging her to trust in her abilities and follow her heart. On the day of the exhibition, the estate was transformed into a vibrant gallery, filled with the essence of Sarah's journey. She hung photographs of the estate's past, displayed artifacts, and shared stories that connected generations. As guests wandered through the rooms, they felt the weight of history mingling with the energy of the present. People from all walks of life came to celebrate with her. Friends, family, and strangers gathered to experience the art that reflected the intertwined tales of the living and the departed. The air was electric with anticipation, and Sarah felt an overwhelming sense of belonging. As the evening progressed, Sarah stood in the center of the gallery, soaking in the conversations and laughter that filled the air. She watched as people connected with the pieces, their eyes lighting up with recognition and understanding. It was a beautiful tapestry of shared experiences, a reminder that we are all part of a larger narrative, woven together by love, loss, and connection. Then, just as the night reached its peak, a hush fell over the crowd. A figure emerged from the shadows, an older woman with gray hair, dressed in a flowing gown that seemed to shimmer in the dim light. Her presence was ethereal, and Sarah felt an inexplicable connection to her. "Who are you?" Sarah asked, unable to tear her gaze away. "I am Ilara," the woman replied, her voice a soft melody. "I once lived in this estate, many years ago. I have been watching your journey, and I am here to remind you that you are not alone." Sarah's heart raced as she recognized the name. Ilara had been one of the original owners of the estate, a woman whose life had been steeped in art and passion. "You lived here?" "But how a broken bar?" Sarah began. "The estate holds the echoes of all who have walked its halls," Ilara explained. "Your journey has awakened the stories of the past. You are a vessel of their memories, just as they live on within you." Tears welled in Sarah's eyes as she absorbed Ilara's words. "I've felt your presence. I've connected with the past, but I didn't know it was this profound." "Embrace your role as a bridge," Ilara urged, her gaze piercing through the layers of time. "You have the power to weave together the stories of the living and the departed." The art of entanglement is not merely about the past, it is about the legacy you create for future generations. With that, Ilara faded back into the shadows, leaving Sarah with a sense of purpose. She understood that her journey was not just about honoring her father but about embracing her own identity. The estate was a sacred space, a testament to the enduring nature of love and memory. As the night wore on, Sarah engaged with her guests, sharing stories of the estate and her discoveries. They laughed and reminisced, bridging their own past with the present. In those moments, Sarah felt the boundaries between the two worlds begin to blur, creating a tapestry of shared experiences. In the months that followed, the estate became a community hub, hosting workshops, art classes, and storytelling sessions. Sarah invited local artists to showcase their work, creating a vibrant space that honored creativity and connection. The whispers of the estate grew louder, beckoning others to share their stories and contribute to the tapestry of life. Sarah found herself at the center of this movement, a guardian of the legacy her father had left behind. With each event, she felt a deepening connection to the estate, to her ancestors, and to the people who embraced the space. It was as if the walls themselves were alive, pulsating with the energy of generations past. Yet, even amidst the joy, Sarah faced moments of doubt. The pressure of managing the estate and the weight of expectations sometimes felt overwhelming. She questioned whether she was worthy of carrying on her father's legacy, whether she could truly bridge the two worlds. One evening, as she sat in the library, surrounded by the remnants of the past, she felt an ache in her heart. "Dad," she whispered, tears falling freely. "I need you now more than ever. I don't want to disappoint you." As if summoned by her plea, a soft breeze swept through the room, rustling the pages of an open book. Sarah felt a warm presence envelop her, filling her with comfort. She closed her eyes and listened closely, allowing the whispers of the estate to wash over her. "Sarah," her father's voice echoed softly, "you have already made me proud. You are living the legacy I dreamed of. It is not about perfection, it's about authenticity. Embrace your journey, for it is uniquely yours." In that moment, Sarah understood that the art of bridging two worlds was not merely about carrying the weight of the past. It was about honoring the memories while crafting her own narrative. She realized that her journey was ongoing, a beautiful blend of love, loss, and the courage to embrace her truth. With renewed determination, Sarah returned to her work with a newfound sense of purpose. She reached out to others who had been touched by the estate, inviting them to share their stories and contribute to the growing tapestry of life. Together, they celebrated the beauty of vulnerability and connection, creating a space where every voice mattered. As the seasons changed, the estate blossomed into a vibrant community hub, a sanctuary where the past and present coexisted harmoniously. Sarah learned to embrace the uncertainty of the future, trusting in her ability to navigate the complexities of life. Years passed, and the estate became a beloved landmark, a place where stories intertwined and connections flourished. Sarah grew into her role as a guardian of the legacy, a beacon of hope for those seeking to understand their own histories. One sunny afternoon, as she stood on the estate's balcony, overlooking the gardens, Sarah felt a profound sense of gratitude. The whispers of the past danced in the breeze, reminding her of the journey she had undertaken. She had transformed the estate into a sanctuary, a bridge between two worlds, where love and memory continued to thrive. In the twilight of her journey, Sarah understood that the art of bridging two worlds was not a destination but a lifelong endeavor. It was a tapestry woven with threads of vulnerability, connection, and the courage to embrace one's truth. As she closed her eyes and listened to the whispers, she felt a deep sense of belonging, a reminder that she was never truly alone. With a heart full of love and a spirit ignited by purpose, Sarah stood at the intersection of past and present, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. The estate had become more than just a place, it was a reflection of her journey, a testament to the power of connection, memory, and the enduring nature of love. And in that realization, Sarah knew that the stories of the past would continue to guide her as she crafted her own narrative, bridging the two worlds with every step she took. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.